Now, on that note, we have some breaking news coming in. This is according to government sources about bilateral meetings. The Prime Minister is going to be holding more than 15 bilateral meetings. So, interesting information coming in now. Specific number has been given to the number of bilaterals that are going to be held with world leaders. On the 8th of September, that is today, the Prime Minister will be holding bilateral meetings with the leaders of Mauritius, Bangladesh, and the United States at LKM. On the 9th of September, in addition to the G20 meetings, the Prime Minister will hold bilateral meetings with the UK, Japan, Germany and Italy. On the 10th of September, the Prime Minister will be holding a working lunch meeting with the President Emmanuel Macron. He will also do a pull-aside meeting with Canada and bilateral meetings with Comoros, Turkey, UAE, South Korea, EU and the EC, and Brazil and Nigeria. These are the important details that are coming in. This is according to government sources, where there's finally a number that's been put to the number of bilateral meetings that are going to be held by the Prime Minister. Remember, this is exclusive information. This is what government sources have been able to tell CNN News 18. So that exclusive number that we have for you is 15 bilateral meetings, and that's going to be held between today, tomorrow and day after. Now, we're crossing over to CNN News 18's Aman Sharma to get us more on this. Aman, we've been able to go through the specific details of the bilaterals. There's now a specific number, 15, and this is also going to be taking place over the next few days, today, tomorrow and day after. Can you tell us more about what the agenda of these bilaterals is likely to be?
See, I think Mr. Modi is trying, of course, G20 is there and 20 nations are going to be there. And, besides the Russian president, the Chinese president and the Spain's president, who's unfortunately got COVID, all the premiers are coming. So PM is literally meeting every state of head who's coming. More than 415 bilateral meetings. That is what government sources are telling us. It all kicks off today with PM holding 3 very important bilateral meetings. Of course, the biggest one will be with the US President, Joe Biden, where after PM's very historic visit to the US, where many agreements and many deals were signed and many decisions were taken. I think the forward-looking meeting to that, how to enforce those decisions, especially people looking forward to the jet engine deal with US, the new consulates opening in Bangalore and Ahmedabad, one in Indian consulate in Seattle. Major things will come out of the US bilateral. I feel also PM holding bilateral with the leaders of Mauritius and Bangladesh today. So 3 bilaterals are scheduled for today itself. Tomorrow, when the G20 starts, apart from the entire G20 meeting, PM is holding bilaterals with as many as 4 countries, with UK, with Mr. Rishi Sunak, with Japan, Germany, as well as Italy. So it's going to be a very, very busy day for Mr. Modi tomorrow. When apart from the G20 sessions, tomorrow there's also the President's dinner tomorrow. The Prime Minister is holding bilaterals with 4 other nations, UK, Japan, Germany, and Italy. This is what government sources are telling us. And on 10th September, on Sunday, the last day of the summit, PM is holding a working lunch meeting with President Macron of France. Very, very crucial again. This comes after Prime Minister's successful visit to France. I think some move forward on what all was decided in France, and the Prime Minister will be speaking to France about it. He's also doing pull-asides meeting with various countries. With Canada, he's doing a pull-aside meeting, and there are also bilateral meetings with the heads of state of Comoros, Turkey, UAE, South Korea, the European Union, Brazil, and Nigeria. So a lot of bilateral meetings. I think the Prime Minister is meeting every head of state or every head of government who's coming for the G20 summit. And this is also crucial because, the 2 top things on the agenda of the G20 summit, number 1, of course, is will there be a joint communique? This is going to be a challenge for India. Can India thrash out a joint communique? Because the world is divided between including the Russia-Ukraine war reference into the joint communique or not including it. So obviously there is going to be a challenge, and these bilateral meetings, this could also feature in some way to build that consensus for the G20 joint communique. And of course, the other big thing which India is pushing for is the inclusion of the African Union into G20. So will that happen? Will African Union become a part of the G20? Will PM Modi be able to get that consensus from all these bilateral meetings as well as at his meetings that he holds at the G20 summit? These 2 things are very crucial looked on, but I think a record number of bilateral meetings happening and Prime Minister Narendra Modi going all out to make the best of this opportunity where the world's top leaders in such a big number are going to be in India at the same time.